The fact that Eric Prydz is a legend is undisputable. If you were to compare him to the rock music scene, he would be what Pink Floyd, U2, and more recently Coldplay are to the rock music scene, except that this is electronic music. And the reason Eric Prydz is such a legend is not just because he's a great DJ or his music is great, it's because he's such a great storyteller. If you listen to any one of his songs or an entire set, the entire journey will transform you. It'll change the way you listen to and understand dance music, irrespective whether you're a drum and bass fan, a hip-hop fan, an EDM fan, or a techno fan. Once you've experienced an Eric Prydz concert, I guarantee you this, your life will just not be the same again.
Wow! It's so cool! Totally looking forward to it. Wow! Wow! Eric Prydz!
Well, my reaction, I was shocked because I never thought it was possible that it was going to happen in India.
Eric Prydz coming to India to Supersonic.
Wow, I've heard him thrice and it's going to be a fourth time and the best ever seen ever.
Mind blown. I was like, what? Eric Prydz? I have to be there.
It's the perfect moment. Everybody's been waiting for a number of years and it's finally happening in 2017.
He's one of the guys who has stuck to his sound. It's Prydz sound. There's no one who can match it.
Eric's music has obviously affected the way Lost Stories makes music. His tracks are so simple and to make a simple track and make it work is the most difficult thing.
He's been a great inspiration when it comes to visuals because his set is just not about visuals. He's got lighting synchronized, he's got laser synchronized, there's audio synchronization with everything.
So every time I play a festival, I record my set and I put it up. I've been doing it for the last 7-8 years. And if you go on my SoundCloud and you check, you will find at least one Eric Prydz record in every single set. And that's a fact.
Totally gonna be there. I hope you're gonna be there, and we are definitely gonna meet you at Supersonic!
You need to be at VH1 Supersonic in Pune, February 10, 11 and 12.
So the first time I heard the name Eric Prydz was off a record that Pearl was playing, one of India's most well-known DJs, back in 2003. This was a record called Diamond Girl. And after that, I heard that name Eric Prydz many times over because I started playing his music and a lot of DJs across India started playing his music as well. The first time I tried to book Eric Prydz, that was in 2007. And that was when I realized that Eric Prydz has a mortal fear of flying, which means when he would go to a gig, he would only get there if he could either take a train, a bus, a ship, or drive there in a car. Which means if you lived in India and you wanted to listen to Eric Prydz, you had to get onto a plane and go across to Europe or to America where Eric Prydz would be DJing. So now I'm going to give you a list of Eric Prydz songs that you absolutely have to listen to. But before that, I'm going to tell you a little story of one of them. I'd gone to Tomorrowland to listen to Eric Prydz when he was playing there a few years ago. And before his set was another one of my friends who was DJing on that stage, whose name is Antoine. He spells his name A-N-21. I went backstage to say hi to Antoine, and he and his manager Ozgur had become really good friends of mine after they had come to play for me in India the previous year. And Ozgur saw me backstage, grabbed me in a bear hug and said, "Nikhil!" He's Turkish. "Come and do some shots!" So we went backstage and we crawled in under the DJ console where Antoine was DJing, and he poured out a whole bunch of Jaeger shots. And he handed one to Antoine, handed me one, and handed one to another guy who'd crawled in right next to me. I looked this way, and it was Eric Prydz. So this was a surreal moment, me doing shots with Eric Prydz right before he started his set. And I stayed there when Antoine finished his set and Prydz dropped his first track. Now, the thing is, because I was under the DJ console, I couldn't see the dance floor. But when he played that first track, the roar that went up from that dance floor made my hair stand on end. The track that he played to start off his set at Tomorrowland that year was his own edit of a track called Personal Jesus. Go listen to it and you'll know what I'm talking about. If you go through his discography, you'll find music produced under the name Eric Prydz, Prydz, and Sirez D as well. Now, I could try and play you small segments of his music here on the show, but let's not do that because we'll just ruin the experience for you. His music, every single song of his is a journey unto itself. So if you really want to experience it, go across to YouTube and I'm going to give you a list of names after this. Just listen to each track on its own, preferably in a darkened room with your headphones on. 4 years ago, when Above and Beyond came down to do ABGT 001 in Bangalore, I told a lot of people, make sure you come for that show, because in 5 years' time, when they're doing ABGT 250, you'll be able to tell your friends that I was there for 001. Now, it's taken me 10 years of my life to convince Eric Prydz to come to India. And I don't know when that's going to happen again, because you know what? He's still afraid of flying. If you're a fan of dance music, any form of dance music, do yourself a favor and make sure that you catch Eric Prydz when he's playing in your own backyard here in India at VH1 Supersonic in Pune. Because if you don't do that, I promise you this, and you can take it down in writing. I'll write it in my own blood if you like. In 5 years' time, you will curse yourself for missing Eric Prydz when he came down to India for the first time. So again, do yourself a favor. Wherever you are, in Shillong, Guwahati, Chennai, Bangalore, Delhi, Chandigarh, Jaipur, Cochin, make a plan. Get on a plane, get on a bus, get on a train, get to Pune on the 10th of February for Eric Prydz at VH1 Supersonic in India. And also, if you're feeling lucky, here's an opportunity for you and your friend to come to VH1 Supersonic at our cost. Take a selfie video telling us why you're a super fan, and you could just win 2 tickets to VH1 Supersonic in Pune. It's as easy as that. Send in your entries to this address. And if you've liked this episode of Gionee Websonic, please make sure that you like, subscribe, share, and leave comments. And our next episode is going to be about nudity in dance music. Really, I promise. So if you subscribe, you'll be the first person to watch that episode. Really, do it.